evening, ladies and gentlemen, and my compliments for setting up a credible ranking system in India. You know, about 15 years ago, some of us put out a report which said that if India wants to grow at the pace it does, we will pretty soon face a big problem of people. And the response is very interesting. People actually laugh at the report. Say, what are you talking about? Shortage of people in India? But the report didn't stop there. It said shortage of people with the right attitude, right skills, and right education. And interestingly, pretty soon after that, we saw it actually happen. Because in 2004-05 or so, we had started to grow at a pretty rapid pace, considering the pace that we were growing at in the years or decades before that. And the realization that our biggest asset, we've talked of the demographic dividend in India now for a very long time. The reality also is that if we do not educate, train, and skill all of these young people, we could actually have a demographic nightmare. We have a strange phenomenon, strange for India, of things like road rage, crime in cities and towns going up, which in some ways is a function of young people with very high expectations and low tolerance and not enough opportunities for productive employment of their time, effort, and energy. And that is where all of you play an absolutely critical and essential role. I'm told some of the top schools in India are actually represented in this room here. I see many of my friends sitting here to run some of these schools, and which is the reason I said I think it's an outstanding job that's being done to try and educate or provide credible, independent, objective information on how each of these schools is going. Education is an area which is close to our heart as a family, as an organization. It's not new. We've actually been involved in this for some years now. We actually have 30,000 plus kids studying in our high schools. We're also involved in BTech college, in MBA college, medical college, nursing college. Also involved in vocational skills, especially for women. And what we've been doing is we've actually been trying to push it beyond just providing the skills, helping them become entrepreneurs so they can independently support their families. And some years ago, we were sitting with some friends, and some of them are actually in this room right now, and we said this is a country which actually taught the world how to educate people. We taught the world about science, about mathematics, about navigation, surgery, and a whole host of other skills. But we seem to have lost out ourselves. Over the last 250 years, we've allowed ourselves to slip. We've not only produced the world's first university, we also produced the first multidisciplinary university, the first liberal arts university, the first university which had students from 30 plus countries studying in one place together. So why can we not create an institution of higher education which would be amongst the leading ones in the world? Because very often, when we talk of India's greatness, it's either in the long distant past or it's our potential. And we've talked of this potential for a very, very long time. The realization is clear now that the only way to tap into this potential is through our biggest asset, which is people. So we designed a project which we felt would be a world-class university. But when we finished the plan, it looked like we would need 12 to 1,500 acres to actually put that project out. We looked around at a few states. We got a wonderful response. 5 states said, we will give you the land. State governments actually said, we will give you land. So we said, we don't want anything from any government except the permission and the license to operate. Because if we focus on merit, both in the faculty and in the method of imparting education. It would be very hard if somebody comes and tells you, please admit so-and-so or hire so-and-so, even if they don't fit the criteria. And in many government institutions, it has been known to happen. So we waited, and then finally decided to change the structure, the physical structure, and go vertical to buildings. And we set up this university in the last, literally the last village of Gurgaon district, along the Delhi-Jaipur highway. And we named it BML Munjal University, as you just said, for a very specific reason. Because my father is a pretty unique individual. In fact, I should tell you, we got very, very upset when we told him we wanted to call it BML Munjal University. He said, you're not supposed to name these things after yourselves. But when we looked at what he has done in one generation, the kind of organization that has got created, the kind of people and the kind of relationships that have got built around the group, the family, and the organization, it is not something that happens every day. So our belief was that true legacy for someone like this would be an institution which would last many generations. This university has been designed with over 100 innovations from any university in the world, with the hope and aspiration that over time this would itself be amongst the leading institutions in the world for higher education. It's based on a philosophy of what we call 3 I's. One is innovation. We were attempted to innovate in literally every aspect. In the building design, in the curriculum design. In fact, I would like to invite as many of you as for whom it's possible to come in and see the place. It's actually just starting up. Only last month we started the business school, the grad school, and only a few days ago we started all the undergrad schools. So it is currently the first phase of the university is currently open with 3 schools. We have a School of Engineering and Technology, and our Dean Bobby Mitra is here, right here. We started a business school, and we started a School of Commerce. We hope over the next 5 to 8 years we continue to add more disciplines until we have all the significant disciplines operational except medicine. And that too only because medicine in India, interestingly, is not allowed to be taught in universities other than only medical schools. I've not understood the reason for that, but that is the case. The second I is for inquiry. We want to foster and encourage a sense of inquiry amongst all those who are involved with the university. The students, faculty, researchers, staff, and our connections, because we're also trying to build this as a platform, as a neutral platform. We're not building it as a proprietary thing or as a business for ourselves. We believe this is a platform, and the more it connects with the outside world, the better it is for everybody who's involved with the university. We are hoping to build connections. We have Imperial College London as our mentor and a partner for the business school, and also the founding partner for a research institute that we're calling the Institute for Inclusive Innovation. And the reason for doing that was to continue to sharpen the focus on research over time. And the research institute itself is a little bit innovative in the sense it's attempting to address big world problems and try to find simple everyday solutions that can be applied practically and can have a large multiplier effect and can also be replicated in multiple places. So the first major project it's attempting to take up is universal access to quality healthcare. The second project is based on water, which is probably our biggest under-addressed problem. And the third is urbanization, which, if we continue to go as we are, will be an absolute nightmare if we do not address the need to both build new cities and improve current urban infrastructure. We are hoping that the students at this university will get the kind of exposure that would help build new leaders for the future, both well-rounded and well-grounded, because it's been set up and designed somewhat like an American university in the sense there will be core subjects that every student will take, and there will be lots of electives, but there are a few compulsory credits that we have insisted every student must earn before he or she earns a degree. And these are, the first one is on ethics and moral dilemma. It's a compulsory credit for every student of this university. Second one is on soft skills to improve their ability on communication, attitude, etiquette, etc. The third is a little interesting and unusual initiative. For engineering students, it would be compulsory to take a few credits in the liberal arts, sociology, history, etc. And also on things like arts and design. And on the flip side, for students in liberal arts, it would be compulsory to do some sciences and some technical subjects as well. Social services is another compulsory credit in this university. In fact, when we were doing this, somebody came and said, this is not a university's job. This should actually be done by school. I said, frankly, no. It should be done at home. It's what you teach your kids in the first 4 years after they're born. And those are the set of values that we need to imbibe amongst all Indians. What the sad state is, and it's also a reality, it is not something which is rampant in India. We don't find, and in fact ethics is becoming a little bit of an issue. We are seeing scams and scandals of all kinds break out over the last 15 or 20 years. So can we make a contribution to making a change? We're actually asking the faculty to play a slightly different role from only being professional teachers in the classes. In fact, we're also experimenting with the class itself. We are hoping to impart a blended form of learning, which is both based on physical participation in the classes, is also using technology to provide specific locational MOOCs, which is called SPOT. We're working with one of the leading institutions globally to help us in that area. And the other burden that we think we're putting on the faculty, and I'm glad one of them said, I'm actually enjoying this because it's an adventure, is to ask them to play a bit of a pastoral role as well. In a sense, in the school that I went to, we had tutors in our school where they were available to us for life skills as well, not just for the academic teaching. And we're hoping to do that in the university. The campus, I'm not quite sure yet how we will manage to get all 8,000 students on campus. It is a residential campus which is being designed for 8,000. Both the students and the faculty will be available on campus. So there are a whole host of initiatives which have been designed in this. The curriculum itself has been designed not just by academic faculty, it's also been designed by involvement in industry and researchers, both from India and from overseas. In fact, our partners, Imperial College, I don't know the exact amount, you probably might know, have probably spent hundreds of man days already. Would that be very correct? Probably a couple of hundred man days here with us, in addition to the work which has been done in the UK. We've also designed the world's largest experiential learning content. I'm told at this point MIT is the highest experiential learning content in the world. We are about 15 to 18% higher than them in different disciplines. So I guess that makes this the highest experiential learning content. So students will learn not just in classes, they will also do hands-on work on campus. In fact, one of our industry partners, Siemens, has set up a full-fledged factory on campus. So the students will not just learn how a cell phone or a pen or a pencil or anything else is made in the class. They will have an opportunity to go out and make it themselves. And if they feel the design needs to change, they can change the design and try this as well. We've also reserved 40% of the positions of faculty for visiting faculty, which would come from other academic institutions, both in India and overseas. But more importantly, we're also requesting industry members of each of the disciplines that is being taught to come and teach students so that they learn not just from academic professionals, but also from practicing professionals. The internship program has also been designed as the longest internship of the universities that we currently have in India. And this is only being done to give them the exposure and experience of what they would see real life is like once they've graduated, to try and experience that while they're on campus. And the idea here is only to be able to get them ready to hit the road the moment they finish. We would like not just that the graduates are job ready, but that they also focus on entrepreneurship so they can create jobs and create a multiplier. So that comes back to the third I, which is impact. We hope that this university and all connected with this, especially the graduates, will have a positive impact on society, which is in fact the role that all of you in this room are trying to do. Good luck and all the very best.